Recording is on. Recording is on. Welcome everyone to Mindful Mountain. Thank you for joining me for meditation this evening. Your presence is appreciated. Everyone looks pretty comfortable. I'm cozy in my shawl and my blanket and my comfortable chair. I'm sitting in more light than I usually like to meditate because I find that darkness helps quiet my thoughts. But it's nice to be able to see each other. So eyes closed work pretty good to find dark too. So the last couple of weeks we have been practicing a 3-minute breathing space as our mindfulness practice. And this week we'll do a body scan. I like to offer as a reminder, the way I define mindfulness is non-judgmental awareness of the present moment. Mindfulness is not a thing that you do. Mindfulness is your state of awareness. So it's a certain quality of being rather than a doing something. I'm not doing mindfulness, I am being mindful. And it is a separate and distinct practice from meditating. So mindfulness and meditating are not the same thing. When we meditate, we center in stillness. And that is a thing you're doing deliberately. You make a conscious choice to practice meditating. And there are many techniques and that can support getting your brain to quiet down to get to that meditative state. So difference between mindfulness and meditation. Each can enhance and will enhance the other. So we'll start with a mindfulness practice. A couple of deep breaths. Roll your shoulders out. Make sure you're sitting comfortably. And gently bring your eyes, allow your eyes to close. If they don't want to be closed, they can be open. But make sure your gaze is softened. Like you don't really want to be intently focused on anything visual. We'd like our awareness to be directed inwards. Take a nice deep inhale. And try to make your exhale longer than your inhale. And a third deep breath. And we are mentally going to scan our body. We will place our attention at the top of the head. And then we'll let our attention wander down the forehead and over the eyes. And around the ears and jaw. And we're just noticing. I'm gonna give some attention to the back of my head and neck. And my shoulders. It's like you're saying hello to parts of your body maybe you don't really think about or give much attention to, like your elbows. And the backs of your hands. And allow your attention to sort of travel back up the inside of your forearm and up into the armpit. And then say hello to your rib cage. And all those vital organs your rib cage protects. See if you notice any sensation in giving attention to your lungs and your heart. And your spinal cord. Saying hello to the belly, the stomach and liver and spleen and intestines and kidneys. Noticing anything that feels different or novel. Is anything raising its hand for attention? Attention moving down through the hips. And over the thighs and kneecaps and shins and the tops of your feet. And each little toe. Mindfulness is often enhanced by an attitude of curiosity, as if you've never noticed that ring toe before. And then attention to the bottoms of the feet and the arch. And then back up the backs of the legs, over the calves, backs of your knees, hamstrings. Notice how they support your seat. What sensations there are from the furniture and the weight of your body. Attention moving back up through the trunk. Notice if anything has shifted or changed. Without judgment, just noticing. Your awareness is traveling back up over the chest, throat, as I move back up over my jaw and ears, and letting them relax. My awareness sort of breathes up over the back of my head, and I come back to rest at the eyes. And as I gently open my eyes back to the space around me, I just notice feeling sensations in my body, physical sensation. And it feels a little bit like aerated water, like tingly across my skin. So that's a body scan. It can be done much more slowly and deliberately, and it can be done more quickly. It can be done in a single breath, or you can spend an hour saying hello to every hair on your head. It's a great way to check in with self. It's a great way to draw awareness from all of our focus, all of the things that pull our focus outside of ourselves in the world. A really nice, loving way to bring it back inward. And I just love the analogy of saying hello to your little toes, saying hello to the hairs on the back of your neck, and just giving yourself some love. It should always be done with no intention to change anything. It's simply noticing, becoming aware of. And the more you practice, the more you will become aware of. So that was a body scan. I'd welcome any questions or insights. If anyone would like to share anything they've noticed. It can be very helpful to keep a little journal, notebook. Body scan today, I noticed some warmth in my lower back. Body scan tomorrow, maybe that will be different. So it's information. To shift next into a meditation practice. Simple meditation. Centering in stillness. So everybody, quick, turn off your thoughts. Did you do it? I didn't. My immediate thought was, how do I do that? And then I had an image of a light switch. I wish it were that easy if I could just flip the switch and turn off the thoughts. Unfortunately, it's not so easy. But there are many ways that we can support our brains being a little more quiet. And one is to have a dedicated space in your house to do so. It will build an energy and it will draw you to that space where you go, that's the corner where I find some peace and quiet. So you create a haven, create. Have a little altar, have a candle, have some incense. Make things inviting so that you want to go to that space. Clear of clutter, free of distractions. It can help to have a comfortable place to sit. It's very difficult to allow yourself to relax if you're uncomfortable or you're trying to sit in these complicated postures and your leg is asleep. Um, it, so a comfortable space, free of distractions, and practice. You have to build the habit. If you have 3 minutes when you wake up, spend 3 minutes. That's all you need to do. But most importantly, I think, is an attitude of willingness. If I am convinced that my brain will not be quiet, you will prove yourself right. But if I approach it with that mindful state of curiosity, like maybe my brain can be quiet for 3 minutes, which would be a feat. A lot of times the quiet moments come in the space between breath. Which is why you hear stories of yogis who've been meditating for 40 years and their breath rate slows way down, their heartbeat slow way down, all these bodily functions slow down because not much energy is expended. Even thought requires energy. So the more you can slow down, the quieter you'll be. So I invite you all to put on that mental attitude of curiosity and willingness for quietude. We'll use our bells we did last time. I'll do 3 chimes. And a nice way to draw your attention inward is to intently listen for when you stop hearing the sound, when you no longer hear that vibration as the tone fades. That really will draw your listening quality inside. It will focus your attention. So get comfy again. We'll do about a 15-20 minute simple meditation that will be guided. 3 chimes. And I've followed that sound inside. For a simple meditation practice, our awareness needs a point of focus, which will be the top of the head. You can employ our imagination and in your mind's eye, picture a miniature version of yourself, of your body, sitting on top of your head. And you are the mini-me on top of your head. And you can imagine sort of a a bird's eye view looking down at your body. I'm going to use some keywords or a mantra coordinated with breath to give my mind something to do. If it has a job, it can be at peace and happy with its job. So when I inhale, I'm going to mentally, silently repeat, I am. Exhale, the light. Or I am relaxed. Or I am at peace. Choose one you like and stick with that one. I am the light. Gently bring the mind back to center, back to breath, mantra. You may begin to notice a feeling of pressure on the top of the head, or perhaps tingling sensations, or even a headache, pounding feeling. Or as if there's a sensation of breathing through the top of the head, sort of pulse. I am the light. Gently back to center, back to breath. I am the light. I give myself permission for these few minutes to put down my botherations, my stressors, and give myself permission to relax and enjoy a few minutes of quiet and peace. The world will be there waiting. In your own way, silently express gratitude to yourself for giving yourself permission for these few moments of quiet. the still, small, quiet voice inside of you misses your attention and welcomes it. I mentally, silently express gratitude and love to myself. And then gently, I draw my attention from the top of the head and bring it down between the eyes, at the bridge of the nose. Align my consciousness into my personality. And very gently return my attention back to the world. You can gently stretch or rub your eyes. Mm. But see if you can hold on to and maintain this feeling that you feel right now for as long as possible as we go back to chores. Mm. I found a quote I like. Rabindranath Tagore. It is very simple to be happy, but it's very difficult to be simple. Mindfulness in the world. Mm. Feel free to unmute if there's anything you'd like to share, or you can use the chat box if you prefer. We did a body scan and we practiced simple meditation. There will be information to come about meditation technique classes, which would be a series of several weeks in a row of learning specific techniques. And techniques are great to prepare to meditate. Practicing technique is not meditating either. Meditating is finding those few still moments. But technique can help, um, similarly to mantra and coordinated breathing, that it gives the brain something to do. And it helps sort of clear out your energy field. It helps. It's relaxing. So techniques are a nice way to prepare to meditate. But simple meditation is pretty simple. Quiet, centered, and give your brain something to do with mantra and breath. I hope you all feel as if your breathing is more free and relaxed. I hope you feel as if your bodies feel more comfortable in your seat, maybe a little heavier. but that your mental sphere feels more light. Heavy body, light brain makes for relaxed hearts. I like that. Thank you all for coming. I hope emails are getting to you. I think some were ending up in spam folders, but I'll be emailing a new email address that will be dedicated to Mindful Mountain, and I'll do links for YouTube channel. Please share this. Share my email to anyone who's interested, and I will share the link. You always have access to this link. It stays the same for this meeting. So if you need to work out technical glitches or just want to play around with it, or use Jitsi for your own meetings, you just create a meeting. It's pretty easy. I think that's all as far as housekeeping stuff goes. I'm trying not to be a Facebook pest, but I'll probably do like a monthly event and invite people, and then just weekly little, hey, post on my own wall, and you'll keep getting your emails. So I appreciate your presence. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Good night. Bye. Thanks for coming. Recording can stop. You guys want to unmute and say hi? Recording has ended, I think.